FKP. Today we're fucking solo. I don't think Graves is out of fucking bed yet, considering he texted me at like 2 o'clock sending me Land Cruiser fucking parts out of his Land Cruiser. So that sucks for him. I get it. We've all been there. Today's forecast, 91 fucking degrees out here in Vegas. Summertime is definitely here, which means I'm going to be switching to shooting a lot of stuff at night because I just got back into town. So I have some control of what time I actually shoot at. So let's get the fucking self-sponsorship stuff out of the way, and then I can start rambling about silencers and the shit that I'm talking about today. And yes, I will talk about HPA, and I will give a warning about that. So this video is sponsored by all of the shit that I own and that I am involved in, regardless if they want to fucking self-sponsor this or not. So FKP, brought to you by overpassbags.com. If you need a inexpensive bag with good fucking zippers and good customer service, overpassbags.com. I released a bunch of small accessory pouches. They are hook-backed, and some of them have the ability to be molly. If you need one of those. Ooh! Fuck yeah, buggy. Rock crawler buggy. Ugh. I need one of those. Hammers is coming up in February. End of January, early February. Superior Defense. I have a shirt going up on Monday. By the time this video goes up, it'll already be fucking down. Infinite Armory, the best way to sell your shit that you have to other people who want the same shit that you have that's for sale. So when you go and sign up, infinitearmory.com, go ahead and use SUPDEF as your code to join as a vendor. Let's see who else. Grave Solutions, Forward Observations Group, Dirty Kid. Shout out to Don over at Annex Defense. He makes a bunch of shit for me, and he makes a bunch of stuff that I use outside of making stuff for Squid. Shout out to Squid. Rail soon. Upper soon. Lower soon. Also, soon is subjective. That's like 9 months. It's either 3 weeks or 9 months. That's how this operates. Let's see. Shout out to Carryology. I like bags. Bags are fucking cool. Shout out to Concordia Defense out in Texas. Shout out to U.S. Border Patrol SOG. Shout out to CAG. Shout out to, let's see, who else was there? Cerebus. I don't know how to fucking say that dude's name. But long story fucking short, I won't be posting any of the footage. There's no blog that exists for the trip that I just came back from. But shout out to all the dudes that took myself and my business partner to Texas. Forward, huge shout out to Forward. We got to blow some stuff up. Add video here. Last but not least, shout out to nope, I already shouted that out. HousePartyDistro.com. I make t-shirts, so if you need t-shirts, hit the website. Contact us link. Alright, now that my fucking scatterbrain self-sponsorship shit is out of the way, today I'm going to be talking about Radical Defense, the CS5, and the CSL. And I probably got the names wrong. One is a K-can flow version, one is the fucking long version that is also a flow or low back pressure or whatever people are calling them this day and age. And I'll have to check the fucking website to confirm that's what they're actually called. So, I met the dudes at Radical Defense at SHOT Show this year. So shout out to those fucking dudes because they did send me a handful of cans. I've tried to film this video like 2 or 3 times, and it's just been so wildly, absolutely fucking windy in Vegas because it is summer. So I'm finally getting out. I'm also home, so I'm finally getting out to the fucking dirt to where I'm going to go and shoot 2 cans at a time. 2 can. And like I said, this is going to be the CS5 and the CSL. The CS5 is going to be on the 10.5-inch PSA rifle, which I've shot in a bunch of videos. If you haven't seen it, there's tons of videos on here where I talk about the PSA rifle. That's the one I'm referring to. And then the second gun, which is going to have the second can, is going to be the CSL, which is going to be on sticker gun, which is a 16-inch PSA rifle. Why are they on these rifles? Well, I'll be honest with you. The PSA gun gets a fuck ton of rounds through it. It's got a very high round count. I think we're getting pretty close to about 9,000 at this current date. So by the time this video releases, that gun will be at right around 9,000 rounds. In the next month, I'll push it to 10, and I'll keep shooting all the other guns. I finally got sticker gun back, so we are going to actually fucking shoot that with the long boy on it, and I'll swap it back and forth so we can get some kind of initial hearing. Now, hearing on the cans, and just remember, I always talk about this whenever I talk about silencers. On camera audio, regardless if you have the most baller fucking audio equipment attached to your gun, it's not going to be accurate. So, just remember, that's how this always works. Doesn't matter what fucking company I'm talking about at all. I'm going to take my fucking ear pro off, and I'm going to shoot it without ears and damage my hearing and tell you it's tight, it's super fucking tight, that's rad, those things. But, if it's anything like the other K-cans that I fucking have, because we're talking about the CS5, the K should be fucking louder than the long boy, and it's definitely going to be fucking louder on the short gun than it is on the fucking long gun, and vice versa. So, back to SHOT Show. I met the Radical Defense dudes. They were super fucking rad. They showed me all their products. They sent me some cans. That's where we ended up today, is I got these cans. It's time for me to fucking shoot them. I've been shooting the CS5. I really do fucking enjoy it. I personally think it sounds good. So we're just going to shoot some regular ass 55 grain, nothing crazy. I don't shoot subsonics, so I'm not even going to waste your time. The first gun we're going to shoot, I'll actually show it. Let's see. So this is going to be the CSL. Again, these are 3D printed by RD. They're not crazy fucking heavy. They are a little bit chunkier than some of the other cans on the fucking market. Let's see. Can't really see in there. Big ass blast chamber, which is cool. Also, these ship with a muzzle device, which you can hear that one right there is a 4-prong flash hider. And then it has their own pretty fucking flush back end on this. And again, this is the first time I'm actually shooting this. This is a 16-inch gun. This should be fairly quiet, so I'm actually not going to shoot this with ears. This is going... Oh, shit. Did we get it to break? Did I break the PSA gun? Did I break sticker gun? Oh, interesting. There we go. All right, first couple of rounds. Well, my van's catching a bunch of fucking flack. Let's see. Oop. Loose. That's probably me. God. Ah! Yep. That fucking sucks. Okay. So I need to grab my little mitt jammer and then tighten this. But we will reshoot that because my can was walking off and I didn't crank it on there. This thing's not that bad for 5.56. Still a little spicy, but again, it is 5.56. Tighten the can. Already burnt myself, so that's round one. Burned myself while shooting while shooting brand new can. I have a feeling this is going to sound really good on a 5.5 or on a 10.5 inch. So I think on the PSA on the sticker gun so this has a delta on it. This is a 1:6. This is the Striker HD 1:6. So essentially this is a really inexpensive version of the Razer HD Gen 1. Yeah, I like this so far. So I'm going to switch guns. I'm going to grab the 10.5 inch, and then we're going to shoot the CS5. So this is the CSL. Let's get another gun and put some more rounds down, right? 10.5 CS5, which is the K-can. No ears. I'm sacrificing my hearing for you guys. First round. It's not crazy fucking loud, but I will say this. It flows very, 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 very well. Let's see if we can get it in focus. You might be able to see it. All the gas is coming from the outside of the can. So it works well. I do like this. For me personally, I might actually change out their rear end, their back end that comes with this cans or with these cans. Put rear ends on them because they are hub, and then that way when I change out their muzzle devices, or this muzzle device, that muzzle device, and the back ends on these cans, then I have the ability to shoot them on more cans. Or more guns. More cans on more guns. That's the big benefit of shooting reared in stuff or any of the taper thread stuff like Q, cherry bombs, reared in, diligent defense, so on and so forth. There's a bunch of people doing it now. I will say that I do enjoy this gun, the way that it is actually set up right now. And I don't know if I've talked about this PSA rifle in a while, but I am running the THYF. This is their laser rail. It comes out over the can right here. Squid, mantle, mod light, unity, link. Oops, I think I already broke it. Nope, maybe I didn't. Anyways, unity tail cap on this thing with a unity axon, or whatever the fuck they call this. Is the dual button. Irregular defense. I'm not running anything on the front or the rear, and I am running a Comp M5. And then this is a Raidworks charging handle. Shout out to Raidworks because that dude reached out to me, said he had no idea how I got this, but he was stoked I was using it. And apparently this is a prototype, and I haven't broken it, and I like it. Squid siphon, also the other thing on here. So this gun has actually, I shot this in a class recently, and I did enjoy it quite a bit. It is still the $189 PSA upper. So this can, the CS5, I'm going to put Ear Pro on, and then I am going to get some more rounds through it. Not that gassy. However, it is 100 degrees out currently right now. You can see all of this stuff is flowing through the front. I'm going to let this one cool because this rail is fucking roasting. Can roasting, rail roasting, all my electronics still work. I don't think this gun is zeroed. This makes sense that Tristan's been shooting it. Damn, on a regular ass length gun, this thing is fucking cool. You can see the gases coming out of the fucking front, smoke, all that fresh fucking Cerakote coming off this thing. I like it. I think this is actually really solid can. I think the CS5 is really fucking cool. I think the, it's not even a CSL. It's called a fucking LS5. Man, I'm fucking terrible at reviewing fucking cans. So LS5 is the long one. Long. CS short. So I want to put the LS5 on the 10.5, and then I'm gonna shoot that. That can is actually turning dark brown now because it's very warm. So let's do my favorite test. I don't have can water in here, so we're gonna have to give that a second for it to fucking cool off. This can is still on the gun, which is good because I've had issues in the past to where cans like to walk off the end of the the muzzle device. I don't know why I thought I saw someone behind me in my camera. But yeah, I've had issues in the past with out-of-spec muzzle devices. Got it sorted. Cans are awesome. This can is fucking cool. I do like the LS5. I do like the CS5. My normal complaint about almost all fucking 3D printed cans is I hate when they put hieroglyphics on shit. This is just a bunch of fucking diamonds or triangles to make diamonds, and this is the least ugly hieroglyphic fucking can that I own. Looking at you, AAC. Looking at you, Silencer Co. Yeah, so this thing is actually pretty fucking rad. I think now that I have this back in my possession, I'm actually going to zero the delta, give the delta a fucking shot, and then probably put this thing on paper and see how shot out this fucking muzzle, or this barrel is. But we'll leave that for another fucking video. So LS5, we're going to swap to the shorty, and then we're going to abuse the LS5 on that. We're going to machine gun fire this thing. So LS swap is completed. All the wiring and all the other shit is actually hooked up, so we can actually fucking test fire this thing. For me personally, this is gonna be too fucking long. I don't like shooting guns with short guns with long cans. But I'm gonna take my ear pro out, shoot a couple of fucking rounds, see how I like it, and yes, I put a fucking glove on. Oh, man. That's a little spicy, but it's not too fucking bad. Definitely quieter, very noticeable. Obviously, it's fucking double the size. If you needed to fucking get to work and throw a couple rounds down because you just got out of the Arby's drive-thru and a motherfucker's acting silly, trying to do some hoe shit, I would do it. See if we can get this thing to change colors. Oh, I think it did. Ah, it's hot. Yeah, so so far it fucking works really well. It sounds really fucking good, I think, personally. It's still on the fucking gun. I'm not gonna burn myself and try and fucking touch it, because yeah, that's hot. So LS5, long boy, long 5.56, 3D printed, radical defense. I think these are made in Texas, actually. But this thing is actually really fucking cool. Like I said, the only thing that I would change is going to be the back end, so I could put a rear end on it, so I can use other muzzle devices, because I have a million of those. And honestly, this isn't... with how much shit I have hanging off the fucking front, it's not too bad. But again, for me, personal preference, application based, because I like short guns, I like short cans. I would put the CS5 back on this, and that's what I would shoot. So let's put the CS5 on the 16-inch and see how that sounds. 1000%, this thing fucking looks cool with the short can on it. I'm interested in hearing how it sounds. I'm gonna take my ear pro out. Oh wow, that's fucking quiet, dude. Damn. CS5 on the long boy. Let's see if I can fucking get it to show here. You can see it. You can see all the gases coming out the front. This is very usable. I like this fucking setup. Sorry, Tristan. This might be a setup that I actually shoot. Ooh, burned the shit out of myself, so that's good. Can is still on there. So... shout out to fucking Radical for sending these to me. These things are fucking cool. I enjoy them. They flow very well. They sound really fucking decent to my blown out fucking hearing. So, I'm actually, once I get in the car, I'm going to talk about HPA. My thoughts on HPA. And then, again, it's super subjective and people are going to get mad about it either way. So, we're going to talk about HPA. We're going to talk about the price point of these cans. And then I'll finish rambling on the drive back to the office about the silencers. I hope at any point in my YouTube shit that I do that people find any type of information that I put out, regardless if I'm trolling or not, right? Because I'm a massive fucking troll. I really, truly do appreciate everyone that watches my shit. I don't think I fucking deserve any type of YouTube recognition whatsoever. And it's not about subscribers. It's not about any of the other shit that dudes, you know, like, I never tell people to fucking subscribe me. Don't follow me. I only do this because I have access to absolutely everything that I do. I own a bunch of shit, and it's fun, right? And then I get to exercise my absolute wild, egotistical, fucking talking to camera brain system thing that isn't working right now. So I truly hope that you guys enjoy this shit. Again, don't fucking follow me. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Kind of understand that I do come from a position of having experience with this stuff, and my experience is based off of application and so on and so forth. The one thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'll get to the rest of the semi-important shit that people didn't ask for, is obviously I live in Vegas. Shooting on public land is a really big thing here. If you have access to private land, you don't have to worry about any of this shit. So, if you're going to go shoot on public land, and if you're a new gun owner, and you live on the West, and you have access to public land, or even if you're in Texas and you're close to public land, please, dear Lord, shoot further away from the entrance of the fucking trail or the road that takes you to where everyone fucking shoots, right? You gotta think. Please don't shoot at fucking rocks unless they're far away. Don't shoot at them 15 feet away. You're gonna catch a fucking ricochet. You're gonna shoot someone, at least shoot yourself. Actually, don't shoot yourself. That's fucking terrible advice. Avoid all of that. So, with that being said, if you're a new shooter and you landed here because you're looking at whatever you're looking at, please be smart about how you fucking shoot, where you fucking shoot. Don't shoot off the side of the fucking road unless you live in Alabama. I'm sure you can get away with that. But here on the West, there's other motherfuckers out here shooting. Take that into consideration. And yeah, you know, maybe when you show up with your fucking Bushnell fucking TS line Walmart glass on your 16-inch AR, don't shoot it at 15 fucking feet. Just my fucking take. Because I really don't like having a gun pointed at me when I'm trying to leave the shooting spot. That's not a good time. Alright, on to the next. I'm going to ramble a little bit about HPA because I'm over on fucking X, Twitter, whatever, talking shit. I kind of work in this industry. It's this crazy concept. I am the director of food and beverage at Silencer Co. I have been shooting silencers for a fucking decade. So I've been buying cans and shooting buying cans, shooting suppressors, shooting silencers, shooting cans for 10 years. The technology in this space that is available to the public has jumped fucking 200-fold in the last 5-6 years. And again, I said public, right? Because 3D printed cans, whether they're Inconel blends, or there's a bunch of shit out there, right? And Pew Science is the guy who talks about all that stuff, right? I'm not here to talk about what shit's made of. I'm here to shoot things and enjoy them or fucking hate them. Looking at you, Lahar 30K. Anyways, HPA. It's a big thing. I see all the dorks on fucking Twitter, X, talking about how gun tubers, which I really don't want to consider myself a gun tuber because this is not my primary source of income. This is what I do for fucking fun. I've seen a handful of fucking guys on YouTube talk about HPA is going to pass. It passed the House. It's going to the Senate. I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm just here to talk about the shit that I've actually experienced, which is HPA came up a handful of years ago, and there's a specific time for that. It didn't pass, okay? It was backed by ASA. It was backed by a bunch of the silencer companies. It didn't go anywhere. It died wherever it fucking died. 41F is something that the silencer industry already fucking dealt with, and it was an interesting time. When I started buying silencers, cans, suppressors, 41F existed, and there was some changes on the back end of, we thought HPA was going to go through. We got 41F. You didn't have to fucking get law enforcement sign off and some other random shit. And I'll probably post a link that actually goes through the details. I'm sure Adam Kraut talked about 41F when he was with the Gun Collective and he did the fucking law briefs. But the industry has seen a change in paperwork before, and cans did not exist. I'm not, goddamn, I'm not telling you to run out there and go buy cans because they're not going to exist. They are going to exist. If HPA passes, or when it passes, for the guys who want to say that I'm a naysayer, when it passes, or if it fucking passes, cans are going to go fucking dry for the dudes who have been waiting forever, and then they'll come back in stock. We already get panic buys. This shit happens all the fucking time. I'm not here to scare you, to tell you to go buy a fucking can instantly, because it's going to be 20 years before you can get one. Then you have the dudes that are preaching about how cans are just tubes with fucking freeze plugs that are punched out. Yes, I built one of those 10 years ago. The Form 1 side of silencers have existed for a long fucking time. That is a thing. If you don't know what a Form 1 is, that is a notification of an individual manufacturing a firearm or an NFA device right to the ATF. There is a tax stamp. You still got to do it. You just get, in my personal experience, because I'm not a machinist, I don't have a fucking machine shop, a lesser than fucking can. I personally don't care that people are talking about printing fucking cans that they're, you know, on their at-home fucking metal printers, and they'll last this long, and it costs $12 to fucking print something in an ABS for rimfire. That's fine. That's cool. That works for you. Other guys, like myself, and again, experience, I don't want a can that's going to last me fucking 200 rounds, 500 rounds. I want a can that's going to last thousands of fucking rounds. So, if HPA passes and stuff comes off of the fucking, it comes off at no tax stamp and it comes off of the registry, either or, I don't know which one it's going to be. If it comes off and the Form 1 side of shit starts popping off, I'm just here to talk about, don't get fucking duped into buying a fucking lesser than can if you have a pretty heavy firing schedule, right? Also, if you have a heavy firing schedule, you're not looking at $200, $300, $400 cans. Polo Ks, right? Inexpensive. I gotta look up the price of the RD cans. They're not crazy expensive. There's a reason silencers cost as much as they fucking do. And I love trolling all the fucking 3D print dorks on fucking on X and Instagram. But the truth of the fucking matter is, businesses did not get into this fucking industry to make things fucking really fucking cheap. I, for one, have personal experience in going to silencer manufacturers. Machines cost millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Employees cost money. So I personally do not think that cans are going to come down, and I'll use this for instance, RD, Huxworks, Silencer Co., Surefire, definitely not fucking Knight's Armament. If cans come off of HPA, or when they come off of HPA, Knight's Armament's going to raise their fucking price because they don't care, right? You're going to see cans may come down a little bit. Oh, I almost died. You may see cans come down from some manufacturers. Will they exist as plentiful as they are now? For a short being, it's going to be a rush. Guys are going to start buying shit because they were on the fence. They didn't want to wait to pay $200. And I know. It's government overreach. No one wants to fucking be on a registry. No one wants to do all this other shit. Yes, I get that. That fucking talking point is completely moot to me. Because my name is on so much goddamn fucking federal documentation with the ATF and all the other businesses that I'm involved in that I can't care about that. I can't be vocal about being gun laws are illegal and the ATF is gay. Yeah, sure, okay, cool, I get that and I understand that and I'm about it. But, again, my name is on so much fucking paperwork, on so many FFLs, I don't get to play that game. So, when it comes down to it, I'm just talking about purely be careful buying $200-$300 silencers. Yes, they work. If you have high round counts, you do have a fucking machine gun or access to machine gun because your friend has one, don't put 6 rounds through the fucking thing. and I've preached this about silencer companies in the past, pick a fucking can that you think looks cool on your shit, that's within your fucking budget, that you can afford. Do not stretch yourself out to go buy a fucking $1,200 can because some dude, me, whoever, on fucking YouTube or Instagram told you this is the best can on the fucking planet. When I shoot 5.56, I wear Ear Pro a lot, all the time, outside of the random points that I try to make with shooting YouTube about how fucking spicy things are. And I also have tinnitus. So that's kind of my warning. That's kind of my thing about HPA. Does not affect me because of my position in the industry, within my own businesses, so on and so forth. And like I said, I don't see the industry coming down half price on fucking cans. I really fucking don't. The big manufacturers are going to keep pumping shit out. They're still going to sell cans. They may come out with, you know, lower price point cans to keep up with some demand. But most of these can manufacturers aren't that fucking big. You got to remember that. This industry, the silencer industry, is a very niche fucking part of the industry because of the regulation on manufacturing. The one thing that I'd be really interested in is if silencers come off of the fucking registry, or even they come off of, if we get a $0 tax stamp and they stay on the registry, what does the manufacturing look like as an 07? Do you still have to have an FFL? Do you still have to have, you know, if it goes to a $0 tax stamp, I'm guessing you're still going to have a fucking an 07 to manufacture. You're still going to have to submit a Form 4. If you're a manufacturer, you're going to have to submit Form 2s. You're going to have to do Form 3s, regardless if it's a $0 tax stamp, if the registration is there. If it comes off of registration, it's going to be very interesting for the industry because that changes things on the manufacturing side. But also because it is the fucking government and it is the ATF, I'm willing to bet that you're going to have to maintain an 07, which is a manufacturer, and just so you can manufacture. If all of that goes away, you're going to see a lot of fucking machine shops pop up and turn out fucking cans. But they're not going to be as cheap as dudes think they are. Even if you're 3D printing, the reality is if you have a $500,000 or $1 million fucking machine to print titanium or print fucking Inconel, you got to pay for that machine. If it's not being used, you're not making fucking money. You got to pay for your employee to run the motherfucker, take the shit off, get it deburred, then get it coated. If you're not selling them as raw, then you have to have a little bit of fucking R&D that goes into some of your can design, right? So all of that shit costs money. I don't personally foresee silencers being 3D printed at a massive production level being $150 fucking dollars. I personally don't, unless someone's doing some loss leader shit, because they have, you know, a print farm of multiple $1 million machines that are fucking sitting. The flip side of printing at that level is also those companies that have big print farms, they're not specific to fucking the firearm industry. That is another aspect of machines, right? Companies that have machines, they're making silencers specifically, right? And they're building if they are a silencer company. If they're not, and they have a variance to manufacture silencers for other companies in the silencer industry, they're most likely printing fucking aerospace stuff. And I will tell you right now, firsthand experience, aerospace fucking spends money. They pay 5, 10, 15 grand per fucking part for printed mixed metals on shit that they need 20, 30 of these pieces because they got startup money. There's a ton of fucking startup space companies. So if you take a step back and you look at that, are you gonna, as a machine shop owner or a print farm owner, are you gonna print 20, 30 fucking parts at $15,000 a piece? Or are you gonna sell $150 fucking cans if they cost you $50, $60 to fucking print? Or $100 to print? Cost of materials expensive depending on what you're using. Rent ain't cheap. Power, coolant, all the shit that goes to that is not cheap. So there's all these things that go into it. And that's my rant about the HPA and cans and coming down. Whatever. Anyways, shout out to Radical Defense for sending me these cans. I do like the LS5. I think that fucking can is cool. I think it's not too fucking big. It's not too fucking long. It doesn't weigh too much. Like I said, I would change out the back end on that and the CS5. I do like the CS5. I will be shooting it more often once I change out the back end. I'll probably end up putting on a couple of different firearms, and I think it is a solid package. It's not too fucking girthy, so you can't complain about it hurts. God damn it. Making gay jokes. Yeah, I do like the CS5. I like the LS5 as well. And then I have the other versions of them, which are 30 cal cans, and I'm actually going to go ahead and shoot those here within the next week or two, and I will get a video up and out. So, FKP, shout out to Radical Defense for fucking sending those cans to me. As always, here's all the socials. Slide my DMs, talk shit to me, hop on Twitter, look at all the kook shit that dudes are fucking going on about, and laugh at the fucking ABS at-home print dudes, because they're going to print cans that last 200 fucking rounds and they cost $2. If that's your thing, that's your fucking thing. But FKP, word of advice, let's see, if you're in Vegas or you're at a casino, you're playing craps, never play the fucking hard ways. Pay attention to the fucking odds. Get your rhythm. Shoot fucking dice. Make some fucking paper. Shout out to low rollers, because I'm wearing a low roller shirt. FKP, let's get big.